Alright, welcome to part 2 of what's faster, an electric e-bike or an electric kick scooter. So we're on the electric kick scooter this time, and we're going to go hit that Strava segment. It's a 2.1 kilometer loop that has 6 meters of vertical gain, some flat sections, some up rolls, some down rolls, one significant uphill with one significant downhill. And now we're going to see which is faster. The e-bike did it in, I think, 3 minutes 39 seconds, an average speed of 34.8 kilometers an hour, I think it was. Now we'll see what this can do. I think it's going to be slower also because I don't have the same confidence in the corners on this thing. This thing's really hauling ass on these downhill sections. Now this is the most significant uphill. Today we have a headwind, which we didn't yesterday, so we'll see what this slows down to. So this slowed down to 25.5 kilometers an hour, where that e-bike actually maintained 31.5. So pretty significant reduction in speed compared to that asshole cutting us off. Okay, so we got a corner here. Now we have our most significant downhill. This thing should still keep powering the motor. Now we have a false flat, so we are actually going uphill. Series of 90-degree corners. We're about to go, I think the finish line for this segment is right about here. So now we're going to head home, upload this ride to Strava, and we'll look at the stats. So I'll see you when I get home. Alright, so we're home from doing it on the kick scooter now. And so we'll go look at Infinity Loop Large, which was 2.1 kilometers with 6 meters of vertical gain. So it's pretty close, but the e-bike was faster. So the e-bike did it in 3 minutes 39 seconds. The kick scooter did it in 3 minutes 44 seconds. That's an average speed of 34 kilometers an hour, which is I think the e-bike was 34.8. And then our maximum speed totally got cocked over, so there's a GPS error there for the maximum speed. It said we hit 65.5, which is definitely not true. Actually, we can actually measure the time on the uphill section. So that one uphill section, it's 200 meters long. We get almost all of our vertical gain there, so 5 meters. We did it in 30 seconds on the kick scooter. Through that section we averaged 29.2 kilometers an hour. We hit a max of 34.9. So let's go look at what the e-bike did on that uphill section. So this will be e-bike. So the e-bike did it in 26 seconds. So yeah, like 4 seconds difference there. 33.7 kilometer an hour average. We actually went into it faster on the kick scooter. The kick scooter was 34.9 kilometers an hour when we entered the segment. So we were actually going faster initially on the kick scooter, but we slowed down a lot more. So yeah, they're pretty close to each other. And honestly, in my opinion, I couldn't take the corners with the same amount of confidence as I could on the e-bike. So if I had cornered harder and been willing confidently corner harder, I think they would have been pretty much close to the same time. But the difference between them is actually only 5 seconds over that 2.1 kilometers. So they're pretty damn close to each other. And if I had the confidence to take the corners more aggressively on the kick scooter, I think it would have been pretty much the same time, if not even slightly faster. So a kick scooter. The other thing is that loop is actually on really smooth pavement. So there was actually no bumps and things that you actually had to slow down for. So if the pavement is perfectly smooth, they're pretty darn close to each other. So yeah. So now on Tuesday evening, I will attempt this loop on a bicycle to see if I could beat both the kick scooter and the e-bike. So stay tuned for that video. Thanks for watching. Bye.